Becky from Life Sport Fitness, and today we're going to talk about how do we work on correcting forward head posture, which is normally also combined with upper back rounding and forward shoulders or rounded shoulders. This can create a whole host of problems from neck pain to shoulder pain, even all the way down the spinal column into the low back, because if we have improper curves in the upper back and the neck, it's going to go all the way down because it's all connected. So we have to look at what's really going on when we have forward head posture and rounded shoulders. Well, usually the muscles here in the front of the body are tight. So that's one thing we need to work on. And then the muscles in the back are usually lengthened and weak. So let's take this in two parts. Let's talk about stretching the tight muscles, and then we'll finish up talking about how do we strengthen the loose or the elongated muscles. So let's talk about stretching through the neck. We'll take a chair or a seat on a bench, and we're going to put one hand down like so. I'm grabbing onto the bottom of my chair, and I'm pulling down here. I'm going to add a little tension here, and I'm going to pull. And I can drop my head a little bit forward. That stretch goes more to the back of the shoulder here. And then I can take my head to the side and even lean back slightly. We never want to drop our head all the way back, but here I'm getting more of a stretch on this side. And of course, we want to do both sides. And hold this stretch about 30 seconds. Do it 3-4 times a day. A good exercise or a good thought is just do it every time you take a break from your computer. Do a little stretch. Just make sure you do both sides. The other thing we want to do is stretch through the front of the chest. A great way to do this is all you have to do is find a door frame. So I'll use my storage unit here, my storage section. I'm going to come in here and I'm going to put my arm in the door frame and turn away. And here's the trick. I'm going to take my hands right here away from the door frame. So let me pull away for a second. If this is the door frame, I'm doing what we call external rotation. You'll call it pulling your hand away from the frame. So once again, I've got a nice chest stretch, and now I pull my hand very gently away from the frame to just get a little deeper in here in that chest, all right? A couple times a day, 30 seconds or so, that's gonna help you stretch the chest, and the ones here will help you stretch through the neck. Now, let's talk about how do we fix the backside. We wanna work on muscles that externally rotate those shoulders to get them upright. We also want to work the muscles down below the shoulder blades. So we can take a stretchy band. I happen to have one here with handles. You might have a flat piece of latex rubber in a loop or a straight flat piece, and you can use that as well. You don't need handles. I'm just going to use one that has a handle. I want you to remember the thumbs up cue because that's going to externally rotate right here at the shoulder. So what I'm going to do is go thumbs up and pull apart. I'm pulling that band into my chest. The arms are completely straight. So it's all about right back in here. Externally rotate. Think of hitchhiking as you come back. Pulling, your chest is stretching and the back side is working. So that's exercise number 1. You could do 2 sets of 15 or 20 every day for about 4 to 6 weeks, and you should start to feel that your posture is changing. Now, we've got the back side here. Let's talk about getting a little lower here. I'm going to hook this in a hook because I have this here. You might hook this in a door, and if you don't have a door and a door strap to hook it in, don't worry, I have another idea. But if you do, here's what we do. I want you to think thumbs up. I'm not going to grab on the handles. I'm going to grab on the neck of the band. And you know that song YMCA? Well, we're going to do the Y. Like so. Now watch where those thumbs go. They're kind of facing the wall, and then I'm going to externally rotate and bring those thumbs up toward the wall behind me. Exhale as I pull. Notice my very straight arms. And this, by the way, is not a heavy band. It's a pretty light band. Let's say you don't have a band and you don't have a door or a hook in which to hook it. Here's another idea. Take a ball. We secure our feet at the floor, or at the wall where it turns into the floor. We get our hip bones up on that ball. There's the external rotation, and we're just going to externally rotate and pull up. Come back down, externally rotate and pull up. Inhale, exhale. Now, because we're against gravity and gravity's pushing down on our arms, we really don't even need any weight, right? because we're working somewhat small muscles down toward the bottom of your rib cage here, not quite at the bottom of the rib cage. And we're literally just using gravity as the resistance and rotating those thumbs up. The last thing we can talk about is working on the back of the neck here. Seated position, you're going to look like you're resting if you're at your desk. Put your hands on your head and push your head forward. So I'm pushing my head towards you. And now I'm going to push back. So I'm adding forward resistance with my hands. And I'm going to push back and release. Tuck that chin and release. Chin tuck and release. Chin tuck and release. A set of 20 or 30 a couple of times a day for a number of weeks. We have to do this over time to effect change. But if we stretch, we did it at the door, we did the neck. If we work on the external rotators, we work on the lower muscles right here, and also on those neck muscles right here, strengthening the backside, stretching through the front. You should be able to help that forward head posture and the rounded shoulders and improve your posture and decrease your pain. Wishing you good luck with that. This is Becky with Life Sport Fitness. Make it a great day.